Hello and welcome. Did you know that Mickey Mouse was originally going to be named Mortimer? Or that The Aristocats was the first movie to be produced after Walt Disney's death? Well, if you want to know about more Disney facts, then I invite you to this movie. I hope you will enjoy it. Number 1. Lady the Tramp was inspired by a real dog named Lady. In 1937, Disney writer Joe Grant showed Walt Disney some sketches he had done of his Springer Spaniel Lady. Walt was impressed and encouraged Joe to create a full storyboard. Like her animated version, the real Lady was learning how to deal with her owner's new baby, which served as the main inspiration for Grant's plot. Unfortunately, at the end, Walt Disney wasn't impressed with the storyline, so the idea about making movie about Lady was scrapped. However, some years later, Disney came across a story by Ward Green in Cosmopolitan titled Happy Dawn, The Whistling Dawn. He thought that the two ideas combined together would create a better story than it was originally going to be. So, he asked Green to come up with one story which contained these two ideas. Number 2. The Aristocats was the first Disney film to be produced after Walt Disney's death. Walt Disney died on 15 March in 1966, while The Aristocats was released at the end of 1970. Well, we have to remember that The Jungle Book was the first movie to be released after his death. However, he was still working on it and he died during his production. The Aristocats was also the last film to be approved by Walt Disney directly. As such, it is the last movie to end with the line, a Walt Disney production. Although the movie was great, some of the people had concerns that it will not be the same without Walt Disney, but the New York Times summed it up perfectly. They said, "Bless the Walt Disney Organization for the Aristocats, as funny, warm, and sweet an animated cartoon package as ever gave a movie Mercury a Christmas glow." Number 3. The Lion King was the first Disney animated movie to feature a completely original storyline, which means that it wasn't an adaptation of already existing story. Number 4. Dumbo is Disney's shortest feature. At just 64 minutes long, it's the shortest feature-length Disney movie. People say to Disney to extend the storyline, but he resisted, saying that you can stretch a story just so far and after that it won't hold together. And he was right about it, because Dumbo is great on its own as it is, and there is no need to change it or add something more. Number 5. Walt Disney was the first person to dub Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney was voicing Mickey Mouse from its premiere in 1928 until 1946, task in which Disney took great personal pride. However, by 1946, Disney was becoming too busy with running the studio to do a regular voice work, which meant he could not do Mickey's Mouse on a regular basis anymore. It is also speculated that his cigarette habit had damaged his voice over the years. Number 6. Sally's incredible amount of hairs. Sally, from Monsters Inc., has more than 2.3 million individual hairs, which are all carefully animated. This explains why a single frame of Big Blue Fella took an average of 12 hours to produce. And considering that Sally is the main character in Monsters Inc., we can only imagine how much time did it take to design all the stunts which were containing him. Number 7. pair in real life. Wayne Anthony Elwyn, who was the voice of Mickey Mouse for 32 years, got married to Rosie Taylor, who was dubbing Minnie in 1991. The two remained happily married until his death in 2009. Taylor says that they met in a hallway when she was on her way to work on the 1998 musical television special Totally Minnie. Years later, they began dating, and the cartoon romance soon became real life. Number 8. The daughter of the Frozen songwriters got to sing in the movie. Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez were the masterminds behind stunning music for Frozen. They credit part of their success to being the parents of two daughters and seeing the magic of a sisterly bond. One of their daughters, Katie, can be heard singing the first verse of Do You Want to Build a Snowman as young Anna. Number 9. Mickey Mouse was nearly Mouse Mortimer. Mickey Mouse was originally going to be named Mortimer, Mickey's rival for Minnie's affections. Mortimer Mouse had been Disney's original name for the characters before Walt Disney's wife, Lillian, convinced him to change it, because for her, Mortimer wasn't fitting nice character which this mouse had, and that's why ultimately Mickey Mouse came to be. Number 10. The Lion King was probably ripped from a Japanese film called Kimba, the White Lion. While Disney denies stealing the story from Kimba, the White Lion, it's hard to deny that some of the scenes are really familiar between it and the Lion King. The story and the characters are very familiar. Even the main characters' names were Kimba and Simba. Well, we can only speculate if this is true or not. And that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this movie. And I want to invite you to the next one. See you!